Holy shit.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. Shut the fuck up, you piece of shit. Welcome to today's episode of the Short Plus Podcast on YouTube.com. I am your hidden away host, Captain Neckbeard. Hello, Sab. Will you say hello? Okay. Shiitake, will you say hello?
Hi.
All right. To answer your question that you just asked, I'm currently on my phone because I have no Wi-Fi in my new dorms. I'm also in my closet and under a bunch of blankets to not have muffled noise.
Jesus, man.
So
Look,
how
it's
you
called
liking it
commitment, motherfucker.
in your home away from home?
It's very expensive. I have no money and no job.
Get a job, hippie.
Yeah, you
I'm
hippie.
I'm fucking trying. I'm
Freeloader.
trying, you fucking comic. Sorry, what's your job, bitch?
Walgreens.
What's your what's
Since
your
when?
not you faggot, the other one.
Oh.
I don't need a
Domestic
job.
terrorist.
Yeah, domestic terrorist. So anyway,
I'm a
I'm
professional
currently hiding in a
larcenist.
closet. Congratulations. So I'm in a closet with a shitload of blankets and stuff. So sorry if my mic isn't good. I have no Wi-Fi in my dorm and no other way to record. So
But how was the
just
move?
kind of have to
Was it
deal with it.
nice?
I've only lived here for 3 days.
That's true. You only got
Fine.
there
I'm
Wednesday.
I'm 3 inches taller than the bed in here, so that's fun. Also, I guess it's a good time to mention it's been over a month since our last recording.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yes,
So a
man.
lot of shit's happened.
has
Yeah,
it?
that was
That's it.
it was a month and 2 days ago. Because these fuckers suck with trying to get a consistent schedule.
What a blissful
So
time being away from this.
fuck you.
Go.
Well, now you guys have no excuses to not have anything to talk about because it's been over a month.
Bold of you
No
to
excuse.
assume I just can't talk about anything.
True. Anyway, so college has been fun. I'm doing that. That's for sure. I have roommates. That's weird.
Wow.
I got. I'm not saying it's a segregation thing, but there's two black roommates and two white roommates.
Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
one of the white roommates, and we're on one side of the house, and the two black roommates are on the complete opposite side of the house. Just
Are
saying.
white and black? We couldn't put them in a different house. I guess we'll have to
Yeah,
break them up by color.
What?
I'm just saying. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Kind of what was playing down.
What are you racist on about?
I'm not fucking racist, you
I'm not
dipshit. They're
racist. I'm
racist
trying to think
for,
from their
for
perspective.
building one.
What perspective
Yeah.
is that? Dude, I still
Racist.
can get over
God,
that.
you're a
Yeah.
moron.
You fuck it, that profile picture, bro. Holy shit, I can't get over that
What,
fucking
him and his. Did you ever finish that game, by the way?
He
It was
did.
yes, I did. It is not a very long game.
What was it called? Like Geck or something? Right?
Correct. I deleted it since because it was that quick.
You can look at
Give
your
us a plot
download
synopsis.
history.
I'm looking right. I'm trying to find her right now. Let's see.
You give a plot synopsis.
Uh, Here it is. Strange night at Greg's hotel.
Wow. Strange night at Greg's, huh?
Let's read the little synopsis here. You were in a picnic with your friends. Suddenly it's getting darker and you lost in the woods in a massive rainy storm. You have no food to eat or no place to stay, just in this creepy hotel until the storm goes away. Let's find out how it gonna be. And I read that how it's written.
How it gonna be?
How
How
it
it
gonna
gonna be
be?
indeed?
But they
How
do
it
they
gonna be?
speak jive?
Jive, motherfucker. This how it gonna be?
No, we speak in
Anyway,
Jiv.
Jip, shut the
we
fuck up.
we, we speak in
Shut the
turkey
fuck
up
up.
in this
I hate your
bitch.
existence right now.
Yeah. So anyway, what have you guys been up to for the past month? I can tell more college stories if need be, but they're not that
You
interesting.
might need to pad it out with college stories. Everything's been a blur.
I mean, I have college stuff too. That's
Okay, cool. Glad I bothered talking to you too. So, are we gonna talk about the seeds or no?
Uh,
Oh
well,
god.
I might talk about it when I
We're gonna
actually
talk
get it done. When I finish
the
it, I'll talk
seeds
about
in
it.
the room. The seeds in the room. You gotta document your experience. You gotta get like a little notebook and everything.
Yeah, I noticed I made a mistake is that I did not get enough seeds for the process. So
I thought you
if I
had
do,
only 10. I thought you only needed 10.
and that's if you're gonna eat them. But if you're gonna diffuse them to like get rid of the nausea and all that crap, you need way more.
How many?
Oh,
Also, I think a lot of times when they're
150
talking
isn't
about
enough.
the smaller number, it's like 10 or something. They're talking about baby Hawaiian wood roast, not morning glory.
I'm just saying. I think you should just go balls to the wall, eat the seeds.
Well, I already mashed them up.
Oh, all right. Well, then take like a little spoonful.
Well, I still need to. So the process I saw, the first one I saw needed like put it in a like a refrigerator or whatever, keep it away from the light, and then like mix it up with water, put like garlic in it or whatever.
Yeah.
That one you
But
sent in the chat.
but but the other method I found was this YouTube video, and this guy he defused it by putting it in alcohol and let it expose.
Are you gonna get alcohol?
I have some. I just got to get the process done. I had to watch the video again.
I like the way you're describing it as like you're making fucking meth in your lab or something. But in
Mm,
reality, you're just fucking baking seeds to get zooted.
No, it's still
hopefully,
It's
that's
still
the end goal
chemistry.
here.
Hmm,
Chemistry,
that's fair.
like Walter White, like from Breaking Bad.
Like what? Jesse, Jesse, we need to film a podcast, Jesse. Jesse, we can be the meth bros, Jesse.
Do you think Heisenberg would have a podcast?
Heisenberg would 100% have a podcast. I like to
Yeah.
think him and Hank would have a separate. I think him and Hank would have a podcast, but it's like the White Bros or something like that. And then him and Jesse would have one, but it's the Heisenberg podcast.
Nah,
So there's the Walter White podcast and the
if
Heisenberg
it's gonna be
podcast.
Hank and Walt, it's not gonna be Walt's podcast. It's gonna be Hank's by far. It's Hank's.
It's pretty much. I
Walter.
mean, yeah, pretty much. White would just be like, so he'd be like, yeah, so this is a drug thing, and White would be just like, so yeah, yeah, if you heat it up to 300 degrees, it would actually be quite more efficient. And then Hank would be like, how did you know something like that? And you'd be just like, oh, I'm the chemist teacher. Okay, and then they just keep talking. I think that would be funny. I like that idea. We should do an episode of this podcast.
The
We're all
Breaking
just
Bad
Breaking
episode.
Bad. Yeah, we're all just Breaking Bad characters. I called dibs on that one grandpa who just has the bell.
Oh, Hector.
Yeah, I want to be Hector.
Last chance to look at me,
The whole
Hector.
fucking episode of this, the whole episode of just hitting the fuck out of a bell.
Jesus Christ.
That would be funny. Do you guys know how lonely it is without Wi-Fi in the real world?
Beat your dick.
I'm only here because of phone
Beat your dick.
signal.
Beat your dick.
I can only look at
Why,
iFunny for
why
so
don't you
long
Beat your dick.
because it's a dorm room. There's no Wi-Fi.
there should be
I could technically go to the common area. There's a common area. No, there's a common area, and I could go to that, but it's on the opposite side of the apartment complex. And also, human beings are in there, and I'm not setting up an entire fucking podcast seminar to talk to you dickheads
Well,
about Walter White's podcast.
if and when you get a job, maybe you should invest in a router.
That's true.
Yeah.
They do have a router, which is annoying. They have one in the house here in my apartment. But the dude whose room I took, because I took the last room that they had,
Uh,
the dude whose room they took, or whose room I took, is gone. And he took the password with him, and none of them know what it is.
oh, that dickhead.
So there is Wi-Fi. They just fucking
They don't know the password.
just don't know.
Correct, because they technically, it's not provided by the place. They had to buy their own Wi-Fi.
Can no one get a hold of him?
No, because I don't know, he's fucking dead or some shit.
Oh.
I don't know. Anytime I try talking about him, it's like super taboo or some shit. No, shut
We can't say
the
his
fuck up.
name
No.
around here.
Yeah, his name is
It's
cursed like Voldemort.
straight up. Oh God, it's kind of exactly what it's like. And I was just like, okay, so if I go fuck myself up, I'll be on iPhone till the end of time.
Just saying, pass the time, beat your dick, or start growing weed. You can do an indoor
That's
weed
true.
farm.
Also, I feel like I should make a mention of something real quick, which is the other short buses because we haven't been able to talk to
Oh,
that
Battle of the
about
Short
that.
Buses.
Battle of the short buses.
Battle
So
of the
there's
Buses.
3 other. Also, we're at 102 subscribers, by the way. I thought I should mention that. We're also 2
Yeah.
videos away from episode 100. But there are 2 other short buses called Short Bus Shenanigans, and then I forgot what the other one was called. But they both copied us, and they're both little cunts and little bitch boys. Because I tried talking to them. One of them, I tried to get them on the podcast for like a multiverse episode. Like, holy shit, there's other podcasts that are named, and I was like, that's pretty funny. And then no one wanted to.
What if we make
And
a fake copycat
what if we make another fake Back of the Short Bus podcast?
and then invite them onto it?
So they can badmouth this podcast.
Yeah, as being the fake
So
podcast.
the context behind it was I was showing a friend the podcast and I went to Google it on their device and automatically theirs popped up underneath ours and I was like, what the fuck? Why are there other ones? And so I clicked into it and then I was like, this is fucking weird. This ain't us. And so I went to my phone, went and found them, and then I was scrolling through the comments and they're like a couple of months ago they were like, oh shit, there's another guy named, and they like mentioned us by link. They linked us. And I was like, oh shit, they know. But I'd like to mention, we also were here first. We are better than all of you, and we will sue you on any grounds needed.
We
But
didn't trademark it.
We
we
could
we
trademark it. I
trademark
could put the
everything,
trademark in. Just let me know.
and then we can't trademark it because you guys hate this podcast too much.
Plus it's easy
We can't
to do.
do that.
We're not going to trademark
Also,
the
just
word short bus.
No, back of
no,
the
just
short bus.
simply back of the show. Yeah, there's a difference.
The difference, buddy.
Anyway, so yeah, I was talking to so there's 2 very distinct entities. There's Back of the Short Bus Shenanigans, and then the other one. For Shenanigans, there's this one dude who's a douche. He's like super fucking pretentious, and so they're probably never going to be in here. Talk to him. That didn't go over well.
Wait, is that the
Tried
guy you're
talking
like
to-
in a long argument with that you showed Gabo?
Yeah, it was the dude that I like cyber stalked for a little while to get more information. He's just a douche. Very pretentious. Don't give a fuck. So
Yeah.
I give a fuck about. I didn't give a fuck about him anymore. I don't care about him. I haven't talked to him. The other guys, I tried getting on, but I've never gotten a response. I got like 1 response, and then I went to like, do you guys genuinely want to do this? And then haven't gotten a response since.
Maybe they're just
So there's
afraid
still
of
a
us.
chance we could get. They should be. We are better.
For real.
But anyway, don't watch the other ones. If you're listening to this, don't you dare go to the other ones and be a traitor. Be a cool gamer. Keep listening to us.
We're cooler. We have more episodes.
I was
Do they have
I
100
was so sick.
subscribers? I don't think so.
They don't. The highest one is 60, but I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. It's very weird. So yeah, that's that. I'm sad. I was kind of very excited for the idea and the prospect of a Back of the
So
Short
that other
Bus
guy's just a
multiverse
dick the whole
episode.
time, though.
Yeah, he was like, "You guys are doing jack shit. It's quantity over quality over quantity.
Oh yeah, and
You
he
guys
made
are
one
just
stop
posting a
motion
shitload of
video.
pirate." Yeah. So the guy makes. So this was during December when I was contacting them because this was back when I was doing the December thing where I was doing 1 episode per day, and I was like, I'm not going to edit all these. Doesn't matter. It's just upload and it's fine. I edited a little bit, but mostly just kind of uploaded for giggles. And he's like, yeah, all you've done is post random clips and shit and post fucking Pirate 101 unedited. I was like, yeah, because I'm doing a December thing. He's like, yeah, well, quality over quantity. And then I went to his a main channel which has like 300 subscribers, give or take, but he's been here for 11 years. His two highest videos is Doom remix over the fight in Star Wars where it's Anakin and whatever that is not, and they're fighting in a cave and they're fighting in that volcano or whatever, and it has like Doom music playing over it. That's one thing. That's his highest viewed video, and it's like 80,000 views. Second one is a stop motion video, and it's like 11 seconds long, and it's Rick and Morty, and it's the break the cycle, Morty, break the cycle. And I was like, this is it. Like, he's not moving his mouth or anything. He's just like moving his arm up and down like a Lego character. I'm like, dude, these are the shittiest videos I've ever seen. You chugging narcissist.
So he's like Justin Roiland,
He's like,
basically.
yeah. No, he's trying to like defend him. Like, he's being pretentious, basically. He's just, I'm mightier than thee. I'm like, you're a fucking dipshit.
That's
It's like, yeah, I've been posting some fucking. It's called gaming the system. I'm being smart about it. I posted the Pyro 101 shit for all of December for my entertainment because I liked it. And then I posted the clips. Those fucking clips are like strategic, man. I found that shit on accident, but that's a great thing. Like 200 views on a video, 2,000 views, 3,000 views, 300 views, all planned.
I was thinking we should create a gaming channel where we play games.
I was thinking about making my own gaming channel, just Neckbeard Gaming.
You should. I think you could actually do well with that.
Actually do well with that, yeah. Get a little
I would think
CPM
about
from
that, but for now, as long as this channel is alive, I'll keep pumping shit into it.
Maybe we should kill it.
Yeah, maybe. Wait, what?
Sab has been pushing for.
Sab, I already know you hate this channel. I've been a little birdie told me how much you don't like this channel anymore.
Gabo,
Oh, yeah.
Don't fucking lie. It's Gabo.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, still. I'm keeping innocence. I'm keeping my sources hidden from the public.
Man, you can't keep the sources hidden if it's just like
guess who
one person.
It was
we
Gabo.
talk.
It was Gabo.
You can guess who you like.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was Gabo. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it was Gabo.
Gabo, if you're listening to this, I said nothing. They can't confirm or deny anything legally.
Well, you already talked about how you talked to Gabo and you know how much Sab, like...
You almost said my name.
I almost did.
You can't prove that.
Shut your fucking mouth.
You did. Hey, so I would like to make another announcement, by the way. Episode 29 came out a little bit ago, 9 days ago. That was a really big episode. That was a fun one. But I'd also like to mention I fucked up the scoring in the episode. I fucked up who got how much because I did the math wrong in the episode. So actually,
math boy.
I would like to mention Shiitake, you won that episode by one point. Episode 29, the legally distinct question game.
Right.
Oh shit, I did?
Yeah, so yeah, you won by 1 point.
Man.
Yeah, you won by 1 point. I did the math really well, subtracting. Because I accidentally subtracted too much. Yeah, so you won by 1 point. I do call attention to the fact in the visuals if anyone looks at them. So another thing I'd like to mention. Did you guys see the EMS thing I did?
Yes, I did.
I did. I saw that
rattlesnake video. Yeah.
I even saw the one where you're like, fuck. It's a book. It's a book. Fucking hell. I cannot speak.
I like how it has 102 views on it. I like it.
That got 102 views on it?
It's got 102 views as of right now, which was 2 days ago. Yeah, it was a good video. I liked it. It was so I'm going back in on Tuesday, so hopefully I can get more stories. I'm going back in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for it. But I went in and they were like, all right, we were expecting to only use mannequins. We didn't realize anyone was actually coming in because we thought everyone had canceled. Like, nope, my dumbass is still here. And I'm like, all right, fine. So we're gonna take you.
Is that when the other guy was sitting on the couch with you?
Yeah, the dude who was did you see the mannequin? That was what they were gonna use. And then they were like, all right, well in that case you can be here, blah 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 blah. And so I was like, okay, cool. And I was told to very slowly progress symptoms of a snake bite. So it was like
Were you
start
told
with
what big bite
wheezing.
symptoms were?
No, you're acting.
Yeah, I was
Because
like, I
I
can't.
know this motherfucker really went. Tom, Tom. It's like it starts
No, if you
screaming.
watch the video. They were really good. I wasn't melodramatic at all.
No,
I was very genuine.
that was probably the most enjoyable video on this channel.
What, just watching me fucking slowly die?
Yeah, I mean it's
All
a
right,
good
fair
team
enough.
performance.
So anyway, I was told start with shortness of breath, go into wheezing, go into farther shortness of breath, go into nausea and
Die.
not headache, but nausea. I guess nausea just works, and then slowly start like dry heaving, and then like pretend to throw up and shit, and then just pass the fuck out. So like by the end of it, every time towards the end, I was like crying, like ugly crying, wheezing, and like dry heaving. It
Nice.
was fun. I died every time.
I wonder if
I
like
was like
anyone
you
gets
mentioned.
PTSD from those kind of things.
I don't know. Maybe I was told I did quite well, which is very funny because I had to leave in a couple of times where I just like sat up after just so everyone knew I wasn't actually fucking dying. Because he was like, "All right, you're good. You can get up now." And I was just like, "All right, well, cool. That was fun." Just like walk away.
Just fucking. Okay.
Yeah, the very first time they took this is the only time, by the way, that my dogs will be on the channel for free. But one of my dogs was released um,
The
against my
gripper
better
was
will.
out.
A
Yeah,
gripper
so I
was
was like,
out.
I spent I spent like 10 minutes trying to edit a sensor bar over my foot for the entire clip. But it's such a but it's not only such a long clip, the camera is so shaky that I can't consistently keep it there. So I was like, fuck it, whatever. Let's
Quickly,
just leave it.
viewers, go to the video and screenshot the gripper.
Just
Screenshot the gripper
screenshot.
and then fucking
Make it your
Photoshop
PFP.
whatever you want under it,
I
or do
hate
whatever you
everything.
want with the photo.
You know what? If this is what gets us to the 1,000 subscriber mark, is my dog barking his way to the top. So be it. So yeah. Anyway, that's fun. I
I'm
went to
trying to
Ren's Fair
fucking
yesterday.
Oh yeah,
find a game I should buy
how
from
was
Mac.
that? That looked from what you put on your
Ren's,
story.
Ren's Fair was Ren's Fair was good. So as always, when you go to Ren's Fair, especially
Furries.
Hogsville and Gaines, yeah, I was gonna say you always find the furries. There's a considerable amount of furries, and I always call them werewolves when I see them because I refuse to acknowledge their existence otherwise. Um, but yeah, so we walked. So here's the thing, we drove there through a back road because Siri was like, it's an hour away when we first started. Then it became an hour and a half. Then it became 3 hours. Then it became 20 minutes. And it like, just kept jumping back and forth. We had no idea how fucking far we were. We get to an area where we just see people parking like 3 miles back. And we're like, oh fuck, we should probably start parking. So we drive up as far as we can down that road, find a parking spot, park, walk for about 2 miles, and then I see the like castles, like the foam or not foam, but like the cardboard cutout castles or whatever. And I was like, we could turn this way and probably sneak in the back. So we went around this big ass rock and down a tree area, and then we were like found it, and there's these 20 foot tall fucking fences in the back. I'm like, all right, we can't squeeze past these. So we kept going. We were gonna follow the border to see if we could cut through the entire line and basically like speed up the process. So we got to like a church that was next to it, and there was a cop waiting next to a barricade. I was like, we can't sneak through here. Then this like couple that like the kind of couple you would imagine if you were sitting in a bar alone, and they would come over and buy you a drink and be like, we like your vibe. It was that kind of a couple. Um, so they came over and they were like, well, we don't know where the fuck we're going, but you guys look like you're confident when we're walking. And I'm like, that is a terrible decision. Never do that again. So we keep walking through these like forest and shit for another like 10 minutes. Then we wind up walking back to the road and then go the normal route. So we walk halfway down it's like another half a mile of this long stretch of dirt road followed by where the entrance is. And they have these trams that go back and forth. So we were like there, and we've been walking the whole time. Her legs are hurting. So she was like, because I went with, let's call her Savannah, because that was her name. So I was there with Savannah, and she was like, "We need to stop. My legs are hurting. We'll take a tram ride." And I was like, "It's right there. We could literally just walk." She's like, "No, we're waiting." Fine, whatever. So we waited, and two different trucks passed us with like just too little room for us to both get on. So they skipped us. Then one came completely empty and passed us, and she said, "We'll be back for you." And then she came back completely full, and I'm like, so she parked maybe another 100 feet past us. We could have very easily just gotten on and then gone to the 100 feet and then come back with her. But she fucking just ditched us like a cunt. He's like, no, 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 don't worry, we'll be back for you. I'm like, why don't we get on now? She's like, we'll be back for you, and then fucking drove off. They didn't get back for us. So then we went to this one guy who had like a truck pulling a big trailer or whatever, and we all hopped in that. A bunch of people hopped on that. And then we got to the big main entrance, waited in this giant fucking line. It's like 1 in the afternoon at this point. We left at like 11. It's like 1 in the afternoon, 1:30 in the afternoon.
Man.
We're waiting. We get through the whole line, see the furries, all that shit.
Ew, furry.
So we go in. Indeed. So we go in, we walk around, we do all this shit. And then, so we're walking around, doing other things, looking around, watching some shows, looking at all the stores and shit. I'd like to mention, I'm a broke ass college kid. It's $20 tickets. I now have $21.38 exactly after the transaction. So we're walking around, and for those of you who don't know why that's such an important number, $21.38, it means I'm 2 pennies too poor to purchase anything that is $20 with tax. So anything that costs
Oh
$20
boy.
with tax, I can no longer afford, which is 90% of the cheapest things. So I can no longer afford anything. So we're walking around, we're doing all this shit, and then
You
they have
just
this
walk
little
around and look
LARPing
funny.
booth. Yeah, so we're pretty much just walking around, being like, I could have spent money on this anyway, and then keep walking. So we get to this little LARPing booth that me and Mr. Clone Gabo did last year, and there's this one motherfucker who cheated like his no fucking tomorrow. He would like get hit and then just back away and act like he didn't get hit. And I was like, "Oh, you little shit." I see how it is. We got our shit rocked because of that last year. So I showed back up this year, and I was like, the guy was still there, and I was like, this motherfucker. He's like, all right, who wants to fight anyone other than me? And I said, I want to fight you. And he went, that's not what I said. And I said, that's what I said. And he went, okay, then cool. So I waited through the line, and then I got there. And then he had like this little baby sword with like a pool noodle. It's like PVC pipe with the pool noodle duct tape to it or whatever, so you can hit each other with it. So he had that, and I decided to match him with the exact same weapon because a common trap everyone goes for is get a shield. A shield, if you're not proficient with it, is the death sentence because that's an automatic loss of a limb because they can just wiggle around you and you're dead. So I just did base sword, base sword. So we went first round, I win. Second round, he wins. He catches me in the leg. I fall. He gets me with a no shot. This is 100% honest. He fucking jumped in the air, did a spin, fucking pure way, and then stabbed me. Like you
What?
fucking
What?
no joke. He literally hit me in the leg. I had to like you can either hop, plant a leg, or you can sit on a knee. So I sit on my knee, and he literally runs forward, purees in the fucking air, and then stabs me with his fucking thing, winning the round. The most bullshit thing I've ever seen. And this is a best of 3 fight. So whoever wins the next one wins. So I get his arm, I get his other arm, his non-dominant fighting arm. He gets me in my non-dominant or my dominant fighting arm, and then I have to switch swords. We both charge at the same time, and he hits my arm as I hit his chest at the exact same time. Both killed at the same time. Reset, do it again. Next time, I clip him right in the other arm. He has to switch sword hands. He clips me in the leg. I fall down. He goes in for the kill. I sweep him, hit him in the leg. He hits me in the arm again. Both dead. Final round. He's like, this is the final fucking round. Somebody's got to die this time. And I went, agreed. So we get in there, and I just say, fuck it. And I put my left arm in front of my chest and then run forward to try and jab him in the gut. Because if you hit, basically, they say anything within a one piece bikini suit, so like your chest and your dick, all count as the torso. And if you get hit there, you die. If you get hit in the arm, you lose the arm. Get hit in the leg, you lose the leg. Pretty basic, right? So I just charged forward, lunged into him. He hit me straight in the arm, and I hit him straight in the fucking chest. And I won. I won for Gabo. I
One
did
for
it.
Gabo.
Despite the odds, I won for Gabo.
Does he know
That
that?
was beautiful. It was very. I did. I told him the same. I told him directly after. I literally like sent him a snap. I was like, I did it. I avenged you, brother. I avenged your death. He's like, fuck yeah. I was like, cool. So then we keep walking around more. We watch a couple more shows. So we were sitting down at one point because we've been walking for several hours. We're fucking tired. So we sit down. These big fucking things with big heads. They were like tall,
Oh yeah, whatever
like you
that
know
thing
those like
is.
German, yeah, you
I
know those like
remember seeing
German bedtime stories where they have like the big head and they're all creepy and shit. It's this big, long-armed, big head thing. It was weird, and they kept spinning their heads around. Hated that. So we were chatting while those things were fucking ticking around in the background. Then this lady showed up and walked past us, like short, gray, pixie cut hair, short, skinny, wearing a crown. And I just pointed and went, oh, Joffrey, Game of Thrones.
No, you
It's,
did.
it's Joffrey, Game of Thrones. Well, she was also mic'd up, so I already knew that it was somebody who worked here somewhere for some show. And so I was like, I don't give a fuck. It's an actor. Who cares? It's Joffrey, Game of Thrones. And she was like, no, I'm actually the king of I'm the soon to be king of Camelot or whatever the fuck. And it's like, okay, cool, whatever. And she's like, you should go over here to this back corner. Fuck, I'm choking to death. Don't worry about it.
it. Game
She was
of
like, you should
Thrones.
go to this back Game of Thrones. Joffrey Game of Thrones. She was like, you should go to this back corner and watch me do this live chess fight. Which, if you've never been to live chess, it's so fucking fun. It's scripted, obviously, but I think the concept of playing chess with real human beings and like instead of pawn takes this piece because that piece was there, it's pawn now has to fight this piece, and winner of the fight gets taken,
How do you use en
which is
passant?
super fun. How do you what? What? Who? What?
Do you know the chess move en passant where you can you do like
Yeah.
things that yeah. What can you do that in that chess?
Well, I don't think they. Well, I mean, probably within a real life scenario. I mean, you could try, but within the game, it's scripted and choreographed and whatever. But
Hell.
anytime she had won a fight against, I think it was like against the Dark Queen or some shit, and they were fighting for the. Or I wasn't paying attention to anything, but anytime she would win a piece, I just went, "Fuck yeah, Joffrey Game of Thrones, you did it!" And everyone was fucking laughing their asses off. And like I'd say everyone, this isn't like a and then everyone applauded me and said I was so fucking hot and sexy. There was like four people around us who were just like fucking dumbass, and like chuckled to themselves or whatever. And that was all the glamour and appreciation I needed in life.
I
So
stole a
so
stop
I went to
sign.
take a yeah, so I went to take a piss midway through the game. And I went and sat in line, went took a piss. That was lovely. Um, there was no interesting part of that story except for the fact that it segues into on the way back there was a different show going on called something the hero and it's something generic, but it was all run by children. There was two adults running the show, and then every character was played by a random child from the audience, and it was horrible. I sat in for like maybe 4 minutes and then wanted to blow my
You
brains out,
should
so I just
you
left.
should have booed him.
He would have though. You
Fucking
know him. He would have.
boom!
Get off the
I would
stage! You
have.
suck!
I would have. I don't know. I was kind of sat in like a catatonic state of like, what the fuck is happening? The show is dog shit. What do I do here? So I just sat there watching it, and then I left, finished, and got to see the end of the chess game, where basically the story. from what I gathered, I did take like a 10-minute piss because I had to wait in line. But basically, the two sisters, I don't know, whatever, they were fighting, and the Orc King was trying to convince one sister to kill the other one to rule the world. And then it ended with the two sisters doing a sword fight. So I guess the chess match was fucking useless. So they did a sword fight. Joffrey Game of Thrones won and was like, "Sister, I don't want to rule the world without you. I want you in part of my throne or my part of my council." And I
Game of
just screamed,
Thrones.
"No, I just screamed, "No, it's a fucking accounting job. Don't do it." And, oh, I've never seen such a shit-eating smirk on somebody before, but I know. It was very quickly passed under the rug, but I know for a fact that motherfucker heard me. The shit-eatingest of mugs. It's super funny. Glad for that. Anyway, Joffrey Game of Thrones won. So we walked around a bit more. Savannah was like, "I have $100 in my wallet. Let's buy something useful."
Sword.
Nope, she bought a little silver token for like a necklace that you get to custom imprint. And she was like, I'll pick one side, you pick the other. I'm like, all right, sweet. And I'd like to mention you could have bought a $24 would have gotten you like a copper one, $25 would have gotten you a bronze one. But she picked the $85 option of 99.9% pure silver for some fucking reason. So she picked the sun for some fucking reason, but she just picked like a generic looking sun. Would you guys like to guess what I picked for my side of the coin?
Big dick.
No, there's not a big dick stamp.
No.
There's no big dick stamp. Mr. Shit Take, would you like to guess?
I'd say the moon.
Nope. That would be generic and stupid. I picked a frog.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she wore a frog necklace around. Anyway, so oh my god, I almost got in a car accident like 3 different times yesterday. So on the
Let's
drive
go,
back,
baby.
so on the drive from the Hogsville Renser to my dorms, so that I can get from my dorms to her house because I had to drop her off. So from my
So are you
that
still
way
whipping
to
the
my
cringe
dorms.
mobile?
Yeah, I'm still whipping the cringe mobile. But some fucking bitch
With
in a
no
blue
power
Kia
steering in it.
sat in my blind spot. Huh?
With no power steering in it still.
Correct.
I asked
This fucking
Cowboy.
bitch in
Dude,
I
I
hate you
asked.
all.
I saw Cowboy like a couple weeks ago, and I asked him, "Please get you
Wiener?
power steering fluid." Yes, Wiener.
Are you talking about Sergeant Major Penis?
Yes.
This is the second time we've ever referred to Sergeant Major Penis on this podcast.
Yes,
Do
it
with this
is.
knowledge what you will. I
I gotta
saw
hang
him
out
the
with
other
him more
day.
son.
He has a lot of weird jobs. You guys ever watch like what is it called?
I
Amazing
think it's
World of
literally
Gumball.
called Odd Jobs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like Larry.
Yeah,
No. Yeah, he's like Larry. He's like Larry from Amazing World of Gumball.
I don't
He's
know.
just always got a
He
different
works at
job.
like a horse stable. He works in AutoZone.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw him at the
llama
AutoZone.
shedder or not.
Yeah, he does a lot of weird shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, I saw him the other week. That was fun. Or I guess like a month or two ago at this point. What was I talking about? You guys fucking distracted me. All right, this bitch in the Kia sat in my fucking blind spot the whole time. So I tried to turn because I didn't know she was there, and then she decides to go like 20 over the speed limit all of a sudden, and and like breezed past me as I'm trying to fucking turn. So that was annoying. Then another time,
Smartest
okay, so
driver in Florida.
the
No,
first
no.
time was 100% a shitty job on their end. The next 2 times were definitely my fault.
I already know the
So
ones
we
that were your fault
eventually.
when I've driven with you.
What? I haven't told you. What are you talking about?
When we
You
fucking
weren't there.
no, when
Yeah, you
no
weren't
the
there, nor
shitty
have I told you
no,
these
no,
yet.
before when you were here still. When you fucking nearly drove right into that fucking dude when we came back from Domino's.
What are you
Fucking
talking about?
at the stop sign behind the Publix.
No, we were at
I
7-Eleven.
have no idea what the fuck you're. Yeah, what the fuck are you
No.
referring to?
Oh my god. Did you forget it already?
We went to Ollie's and then we
Yeah,
went
what
to
the fuck are you
7-Eleven.
talking about?
And then we stopped at
We-
Domino's to pick up food. Well, I picked up
Okay,
food.
and
And
I
at
didn't drive.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't drive. You drove.
No, you
No,
drove.
you did.
You drove because you went to the Burger King drive-through with
That's
your
true.
awful
Yeah,
power
and then
steering.
you fucking you
Oh, you're
ran
talking about
over
that
the
time.
curb.
Yeah, that's not my fault though. That's a power steering issue. I
No,
can't
and
turn
then
my car
but
that hard.
yeah,
It is your
he
fault for
is.
not updating your power steering.
Yeah.
I don't know how to, and I don't feel like learning.
I literally just asked. I asked Weenie to help you.
And then
Yeah,
on
power
top of
keys.
that, at a stop, a guy was stopped, and this man nearly like sideswipes him because the power steering is so bad that as he's making the turn,
Oh, I
and this
didn't
guy's
nearly.
blowing his
I know
horn.
what you're talking about now.
Yeah,
I did not. I knew I was fucking safe. He didn't know he was safe though. I
yeah,
knew he was gonna be fine,
all he sees is you.
but he didn't. He was stopped. I was turning. I knew for a fact that I had a wide turn, but I knew I wasn't gonna hit him.
You
He,
crossed over
however,
into
did not
his
know that
lane.
fact.
You did. Like, you did.
And I knew I was gonna be fine. He didn't though.
Oh my
This is
god.
Florida.
That's like fucking saying
Anyway,
I know I shot the bullet close to his head. I knew I was gonna shoot near there. He didn't.
yeah, there's literally a story like that. You put an apple in the kid's head, I'd shoot the bow and arrow. I knew I could hit the apple. It's fine. The kid didn't know, but I knew I could hit the apple. Anyway, so the next time I'm driving to Savannah's house to drop her off. So we were turning in the first time, and again, this is my fault. It was late at night. I was tired, and I fucked up. I turned very quickly to see if there was anyone turning because it was a red light, and I was like, I can turn on reds. So I looked very briefly, and then I looked back and immediately started turning. Apparently, there was a truck there, and he was literally perfectly behind that one little line that connects the front window to the back window, like that 4-inch gap. He was right fucking there, and I couldn't see his headlights, so I just didn't see him. I luckily stopped in time, but he that was a little cringe nene,
Did he blow his
which was
horn at
very
you?
unfortunate.
Quinge.
Nope, he just swerved into the other lane, and I was like, oh shit. Like I did look, I looked, but he was physically blocked, and I should have, realistically speaking, I should have just stared and looked and waited longer. But I just flicked my head, looked, and went, yep, this should be fine, and then went to turn because I didn't see him. I was like, it
This
should be
really
fine.
is just you like there
I,
could
I
be an
literally
accident linked
blatantly
to you
said
and you
these
just
two were my
not
fault.
admitting it. Like
Yes, he said it was his fault.
I
no,
actively said these were my fault, you dumb cunt.
I you fucking retard.
What?
I hate it when
What,
mommy
bitch?
and daddy fight.
I'm literally
Shut up, you whore.
saying that you're admitting to stuff and fucking you also said you're the safest driver.
I said I try to be the safest driver. I'm also admitting this was fucking 11 o'clock at night, and I had been awake since 6 in the morning because I couldn't sleep all day. So again, tired as fuck. Not, I don't like driving, and I've already driven for 3 hours at this point. But that's also not even the worst part. So anyway, we go to drop her off, and then we're like, we should call another friend of ours, Chris, a different Chris. I know
Nah,
like 45 Chris's, but I know is Chris with a K, and she's lesbian Chris. I also
that's
just got
correct.
another friend request from a Chris. I got another friend request from one of my old Chris's on that I used to know at my old high school. So on Snapchat, I have an old
Just a little
Chris that I
side
knew.
thing. If anyone's named Chris but spelled with a K, they are not straight.
That's true. So anyway,
True.
technically her name's Karen, but I don't know. It's weird. Anyway,
What?
I don't question. Yeah, her name's Karen, but she just goes by Chris with a K. I don't get it. I don't care.
Nigga.
So anyway,
He said the
we
N
were on the
word.
way to her. Nigga. So anyway, we're on the way to her house, and then we were like, we should call Chris with a K and be like, "What's up, motherfucker? We haven't talked to you in months." And so we did that. And then the bitch was like, "I'm at fucking Burger King, sitting talking to my boss before we played Minecraft later tonight." And we went, "Shut the fuck up, bitch. We're
I'm
coming
at
to your house
Burger
right now
King.
to play Monopoly." Yeah, she was just sitting in the Burger King. I was like, "No, fuck you, bitch. We're coming to your house and we're playing Monopoly." And she went, "Okay." So we went to there.
No.
So we went there and played Monopoly for like 3 hours. It was great, and as always, I won because I'm a fucking god at Monopoly. I
I'm
am a
bad
deal
at
maker.
Monopoly.
Anytime you make a deal with me, it is the deal with the devil every fucking time. which is funny because I give good deals. I just receive better deals in hindsight. So anyway, so we played Monopoly. That was fun. I got to listen to her complain about her life for several hours. That was fun too. She also was sitting on Tinder the whole fucking game for some reason. Horny
I need a
motherfucker. Oh god.
man.
Yeah, pretty much. So anyway, finished that. Went to dropped Savannah off from her house and then started driving home. Now here's where the worst thing happens. So I'm driving for around another 40 minutes until I get towards my house. I'm almost there. It's like maybe 5 or 6 more lights until we get to my house.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, oh, in hindsight, this was a terrible option. Or is a terrible thing that I did. This was, I reiterate, a horrible, 100% my fault. But I do preface this with this is not how I normally drive. So I was sitting in a red light. I was the very first car at a red light. No other cars were next to me, and there was one car to my left in a turning lane. And you know how sometimes lights will do both turning lane and main light green at the same time?
Yeah.
And then sometimes they'll do just the turning lanes green.
Mm-hmm.
So I was sitting at right next to the turning lane. My car was right next to the turning lane, and there was no one else next to me. So I was just staring at this guy's car, and I was looking up at the light, and he had these little blue balls at the fucking top for some reason. I don't know why, but I was in
Balls.
fucking trance. But I was entranced by this little blue ball that was glowing on top of the fucking turning lane, and then I saw it turn green, and I went, "Oh shit, green means go!" Panicked, and then hit the floor, and I floored it through the light.
You
It was still
retard.
red for
Oh,
me.
that is golden.
No
It
way.
was still red for me. I was so fucking upset because I immediately got halfway through the light, looked up, and went, "Oh no, what have I done?"
You listen to
But I'm
the
like, I'm in the
orb.
middle. Pretty much, I'm in the middle of the highway, and I'm like, I can't fucking stop right now. I have to keep going. So I just blasted through the rest of it. I say blasted. I literally was going maybe 30 miles an hour, but like I was speeding up through it. I felt awful the whole way. I was like, you don't understand the kind of paranoia that'll kick in at like 12:30 at night when you're driving alone and you just fucked up while driving. I was like, the fucking cops are gonna find me. They're gonna fucking skin me alive. These bastards are in the walls. They know what I've done. And I was like sitting there freaking the fuck out.
Okay.
And then I eventually get home and went the fuck to bed immediately. Stop playing bass. Stop being cringe.
What? No, I'm playing with my stop sign.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about your thieverizing in a minute. So anyway, I got home, passed the fuck out. But like that was not my best day for driving. I do not like driving, and I had to drive for over 5 hours. Sucked.
Jesus.
It was like midnight 30 when I got home. It was not good. I got home, passed the fuck out. So anyway, let's talk about you, Mr. Sab, Mr. Sabaroni. We're gonna
I
talk
feel
about
like
your problem.
I'm a professional arsonist.
No, not that problem. The other problem.
Which problem?
The like the 30 fucking things you're missing. Like that 30 things you've stolen.
Yeah, larceny.
Yeah, what's up with that shit?
It's funny.
What's your collection at this point?
Uh, including the pole by the fireplace. One,
Did you steal a fireplace?
not the fireplace, the pit by the pit.
Oh, okay. You stole
One,
a pit.
2, 3, 4 things I have in my possession.
What do you mean by have in your possession? Why do you imply that
There's
implies that there's more?
the golf flags.
Yeah.
I yanked one of those, and I took the flag itself out, but there's still the post and the cone sitting on a golf course.
Okay. Did this all start because of that one cone that you put in Skit Tig's front yard?
Yes.
Is that all where this start? The thrill of stealing shit started with moving a single traffic cone into his yard.
Yeah. Also, You know the those like construction site things, like the kind of white container things that like they have all those papers in or on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Someone was a fool and just left an empty one with just a bunch of thumbtacks in it, and I stole the thumbtacks.
You're just a
No, I guess
kleptomaniac at this point. You're not like even like stealing to like, dude. Jesus Christ.
I would like to call attention to a fact before I forget it. The
Okay.
final resting place of the old man loot box has been made.
Where?
It is. I'm not going to tell you.
No,
I'm
no,
going
no.
to
I
take
mean
the
like
secret to my
not
grave.
on air, obviously.
Yeah.
Never going to tell you. I
But
take the secret to my grave.
okay.
But I no longer am in possession of the old man loot box.
It's someone. Well, you have to make some kind of code for someone to find it out.
It's somewhere lost to time and space, never to be seen again.
Did you like at least title it?
Nope. I put it in a place that not even I will know where it is in a matter of days.
You throw it away.
I put it in something moving that I'll never see again.
You put it on a bus.
I
He
will
did.
never see again. Who knows
You have to
what
throw it
happened?
away and put it in like a garbage truck, or it's on a bus.
Who knows what happened to the old man loot box? Not even I know its final resting place. All I know is that it is safe.
Okay. And I think
Yeah.
there's one.
Also,
I think
another.
there's a photo strip of us in that too.
I think so. I still have a. Were did I go bowling with you guys last?
Yes, you went with me and
Yeah.
Gabo.
I was
Yeah.
unavailable
I
at the
still
I
have
time.
that
still have the
one punch, by the
photo of
way.
in the last one being me punched in the nuts.
Yeah. So for those
Wait,
of
you
you who
got
don't
punched
remember
in the
me,
nuts? I didn't hear about this
yeah.
shit.
Wait, was this on air that this happened, or was this in the DMs? I can't remember. I
What
think
is
this
it?
was because you were missing episodes. Yeah, I think this was because you kept missing deadlines for us recording an episode. That's why it's been a month. So every time he delayed it, I threatened him with punching him again. And so he has 3 racked up punches. So we're sitting there bowling, and he sits in the back of my car while he drives, just so I can't punch him while driving.
No, no, no.
It's
First off, yeah. Are you getting to the first one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
here, you know what? I'll let
the
you tell the
mortal
story. You
terror I
go.
experienced.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
yeah,
what
yeah, you tell it
happened?
from your perspective.
All right. He pulls up to his house because he just got off work. He has to go change his clothes to whatever. So I'm sitting in his car waiting. The car's off,
Yeah, this.
but I'm sitting there in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
I look up for whatever reason. The car's moving backwards.
No, you did not leave it in park.
He
I
didn't.
left it in
He left it in
neutral on
neutral
accident.
and he locked the doors.
You
Yeah.
stupid bum-headed fuck. You knuckle
Look, I
dragging
literally just,
motherfucker.
you don't understand. I unlocked the car. I left the keys in the car. I literally just pushed the thing forward and then ran in. All I had to do was grab a shirt and my bowling ball. I was trying to be quick. So I apparently didn't click it all the way over. I clicked it to neutral instead of park.
Oh my
So anyway, continue.
God.
I mean, that's the best part of the story. The other part of the story kind of just goes downhill from there. That I was in mortal terror, kind of bouncing around, trying to figure out how to get out because I couldn't like see it because it's dark. It was nighttime, and in the car.
I
So
also
like,
broke the dial that turns on the light in my car.
yeah, so I can't even do anything.
God.
I couldn't see the thing to unlock the door, like the door that I was next to.
Mm-hmm.
But at least I
My child
unbuckled.
lock wasn't on or anything.
I leaned all the way to the front, and I had to unlock the door from the passenger door, and then I got out and I had to get behind the car and like push it to keep it in place from not keeping rolling down the driveway backwards.
Absolute hero, absolute legend.
Yeah.
So I like to mention, by the way, I walked out of the house. I was like, huh, I don't remember parking that far away. That was my first thought. Was, man, I don't remember parking that far away. Anyway, and then you just start fucking screaming at me. That was funny. So anyway, I picked him up, picked Gabo up. We got to the thing, and I was like, all right, he knows at this point that there's 3 separate punches coming because I'm a man of my word. And if I promise something, I'm going to fucking do it. I was
Oh yeah.
pissed. So I was like, whatever, we'll have fun, but I'm still gonna fucking deck this man at some point. So we're sitting there bowling for a bit, and I'm not gonna punch him straight away because then he's ready for it. He's expecting it. So it's like maybe 20 or 30 minutes in, we've bowled almost an entire game, and he's just looking off into the distance, and I rear back and I just fucking
Not to mention,
like
the bowling
wreck
alley was
his
almost
shoulder.
just completely empty besides us.
Oh yeah, it becomes completely empty by the end of the night, and it's just us. But anyway, I just deck him in the shoulder, and I'm not trying to hurt him. This is more of just a getting out my aggression type of thing. It wasn't how hard was it? Tell the
I,
audience at home.
I couldn't remember how bad that was, but it definitely caught me off guard.
Yeah, it was more of like if you like shoved somebody more than a punch.
It
But
was a
anyway, I
little
punched him
stunner. It
in
was a
the
little
shoulder.
stunner.
Little
Yeah, exactly.
stunner.
Just enough to be like, hey, this is the threat. There's not much more coming up after that. But anyway, then we went to go take and dick around in the arcade for a bit, and we started taking the pictures because anytime I take somebody to the bowling alley, I like to get one of those photo strips and then keep it so I have a collection of every time. So first picture we did was fine. Second picture we did was fine. Third picture, you lean backwards like that fucking Dio pose with your arms out and like your dick forward. And I went, now's my time to shine. And I just fucking nut tapped him as hard as or quick as I could. Not hard, but just like a whip. I whipped my fingers into his nutsack. How'd that go for you, by the way?
It was fun.
Yeah. So we got that. We got like this because I tried to time it with when the picture was getting taken, and I did it like maybe half a second too soon. So the pic.
I don't know.
What's up?
I don't know. It like came out pretty well with me like half hunched over already, and both of you in the same pose I was in.
Yeah, pretty much. So I nut tapped him and then immediately went back towards my thing. It was funny. And he still has one punch that is yet to be used.
Yeah,
Forever.
I was actually expecting it to be when we went to the flea market, but that never came.
I know you did. That's why I didn't do it.
Hmm.
It's gonna be like 10 years. It's gonna be like 20 years in the future. We're gonna be showing up to your wedding, and
Oh,
you're like,
oh,
"Does
bold
anyone
of you.
have any
It'll be my
objections?"
funeral. You'll be punching my urn
And you know what? If you die before I get my third punch in, I fucking will.
to deck my
Write
urn.
it into your will. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking curb stomp your urn.
Toad stuff, motherfucker.
Yeah. What? What the fuck you mean, motherfucker?
This is the most
Come
retarded
How do
shit
you
ever.
think they like? Because you know how they like cremate somebody, like where they stick
Mhm.
them into the
Yeah.
thing, but it's a whole body. How do
Yeah.
you think they cremate someone who like blew their head open? Like, do they just
Probably
have to put
same way.
all the different
Same
like? Do
way.
they just have to dump a bag of head?
Pretty much.
That's
Just whatever they can scrape up.
that's pretty funny sounding.
That is pretty funny sounding. I thought I should mention something else because I completely forgot about it. So when I moved, I grabbed all my normal shit, stuff like that. But
Oh
I
yeah,
also grabbed a giant cutout of my head that I
from
have
your
that I
graduation
got
party.
from
I
graduation
saw that. Yeah,
from
I
my
saw that.
graduation party. The graduation party that neither of you showed up to, by the way.
Yeah,
But
I was out of state. I was out of state at the time. You knew that.
yeah. Likely story. Anyway, so I have my giant head on my front door, on my door to my room. And it happened this morning, which is the best part about it. So in the past couple of days that I've lived here, actually it's the 29th, so technically I've been living here for 4 days. But for the first time ever, my roommate, the white one, got out of the shower and then
Whitey.
got jump scared by my face because I just was sitting in bed and I heard, oh shit, oh fuck, god damn it. And that was like the exact quote. And so I got in bed. I was like, oh shit, did he trip? Did he fall? Did something happen? Did he slip? And he's just sitting there like holding his forehead. And I'm like, dude, what happened? He's like, your fucking head scared me. I'm like, dude, that's been here the whole time. That's great. Also, another fun thing about this dorm is that I have a pool that I went swimming in, and it's like 45 degrees.
You should buy
My
just a
feet
lot of
turned
pool
purple.
floats.
You're technically not
You
allowed to, which is sad.
buy a goose and let it loose in the pool.
We have ducks at the college. I could probably steal a duck and then just
Steal a
leave
duck.
them. I'm gonna steal a duck. Did I ever tell you guys about the duck brigade?
Yes.
I told you guys
No,
about duck
I don't
brigade.
remember this.
Yes, you told us about the duck brigade. You told me it
I'll
was
tell you.
it wasn't on the
Yeah,
podcast.
in very quick, because I feel like talking about it again some other day. But very quickly, when I lived in the ghettos with my dad, I was out of the house a lot. This is the whole wandering
This
story,
is a
but during the
very,
wandering
very young
stories,
neckbeard.
pretty much, yeah, I was like maybe 9, 8 or 9, yeah. So, there was an old lady who sat in one of the apartment buildings who just nursed all the baby ducks that she could find, and she would like the mother duckling. So it was me, her, and this one business dude who always wore a suit, and I'm pretty sure was super gay. Great dude though. But we had these giant herrings that would come and swoop down and like eat the baby bird eggs, the little duck eggs. So we would steal all the duck eggs before we could get to them, and then we'd have the old lady grow them up, and we would just take care of ducks, and then we would like protect them into their infancy until they were able to live on their own. And that was fun. That's the basic plot summary of that. It was a great deal of fun. I'll
Get off
talk
and
about
took
it
the
all.
rocks at the herring's nest.
Should we make a what's the word I'm looking for? A a goal for when I should talk about the wandering? Because I always said I would talk about the wanderer at some point, because it's a long ass story. I could literally spend an entire 3 hours discussing the whole endeavor.
We could
What do you
use
guys
it for another episode, though.
I think you should make it its own dedicated episode.
I do too. Don't get me wrong, it will be. But do you think I should give a motivator or something like, "Hey, if you guys do this, I'll do that."
What's the
You know what I
motivator?
mean?
Oh,
Incentive. Incentive. That's the word I'm looking for. Is it? No, it isn't. Never mind. Anyway, do you guys have any stories now that I've filled up an hour time slot?
Uh,
I have stories of everyday normal life. So that's pretty. I mean,
Well, tell
I
them
have stories
interesting
from my
then.
last day the other day. I had a lady tell me "fuck you" because she
Okay,
didn't know how to use the internet correctly.
that's
for real?
fun. What happened?
Um, so basically, a lady ordered a car side order, like for us to bring it out to her
Yeah.
car, and she didn't have. She
Hmm.
said she didn't have internet to say that. Oh, I'm here. You guys can bring it out to me because that's how you do it. Because we can't bring it out to
Hmm.
you unless we know you're there. And so instead, she calls the store, which I'm not sure how that works. If you have no internet, you can't really call
You can
anybody.
still.
There's a difference between
She did
internet
have
and
internet,
signal.
then she's just a dumbass. But
Well,
yeah,
it's the same kind of thing nowadays because
yeah.
um of all that. And so she comes into the store and because she called, but I had like 6 customers in the lobby and I was handing out their orders to them. So I like had to put her on hold.
Yeah.
And she was like the whole time, "Well, I don't have internet over here, so that's why I called to have you guys bring out my pizza to me." And I'm like, "Ma'am, I have 6 people in the lobby right now. I can't like take the call immediately. And since you did it through car side, you should have just done it at carry out. If you just were gonna walking into the and
Yeah.
she's like, had to use an app. Fuck you, and walks out with the pizza. Like it was already prepaid and
Okay.
everything, but I was like, really?
Go the cops.
It's crazy.
She's shoplifting.
Yeah. No, I had a woman do that to me before.
Kill her. Nice.
Where I put the pizzas down, she picked it up and just walked out. And as I'm like saying, "Ma'am, you have to pay for that. Ma'am, you have to pay for that." So
You
she's
stupid
I
blacklisted me.
agree.
fucker.
I
Up
agree
there
with
and
the
pay.
decision to walk out with it.
No, she had no right to because it was a $60 order.
That's crazy.
So she
Anyway, you should
punched up to a
my
misdemeanor.
position still stands.
you should put your hand
It's
in your
harmless
pocket.
crime if it's against a massive corporation.
No, hear me out. What you should do next time that happens is put your hand in your pocket and crouch over like you're about to grab a gun and say, "Ma'am, you don't want me to do this. Bring the pizzas back now, ma'am."
Well,
Buy a
Ma'am,
bottle.
don't make me
Wait,
do
buy a
this.
can of pepper
last
spray.
day.
Buy a can of mace.
Get a can of bear mace.
Yeah, bear spray.
Hell yeah. Ooh, I just realized another thing that's happened.
Bear spray.
But
I'm
you can
terrified of
continue.
bear spray.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Put an explosive device in every box of pizza, and only after they pay do you take it out. So it's like, oh, they're leaving with the pizzas without paying. Boom!
What you
No
should do
pizza
is
for
like,
you.
you should get like a little tripwire system set up and like a button. So like if someone tries to walk out, you just press a button and a tripwire like races so
Yeah,
you
it just
trip.
fucking kills them. Or you have like a trained sniper on the front door, and you have to like walkie-talkie him, leaving without paying. Kill on site. You know,
Yeah.
it just falls over. You take the pizzas back in. It's easy. I'm not hearing any objections, which means it's a good idea.
Maybe you should get a trained badger that sits by like the door in a cage, and on command, it'll just pounce on whoever's walking out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have like a remote activated.
Yeah.
You can open and close the door at will. If you open
Yeah.
it, he just fucking attacks whoever's holding pizza.
Although, mercy on your soul. I mean, I have no idea how you're gonna get it back in the cage, but
No, that's
No, it'll
that you guys throw a
be
pizza
trained to
into
go
the
back in the
cage.
cage after
Yeah. You put
unballing the purse.
yeah,
That's what you have to do.
exactly. You have to put like a pizza in the
Oh,
cage.
you said my
Like, okay,
fucking
I
name.
see. Now throw it back. Who?
did he?
No, I didn't.
I wanted
No, I
instant
didn't.
replay.
Instant replay. I didn't say a name at all. I was talking about a cage, putting a pizza in a
Dummy.
cage.
You did. You listened to it back in the record.
Listen to it backwards.
If I listen, I'm gonna listen to this in like 2.5 months when I have to edit this. And if you're wrong, I'm gonna text you and call you a stupid fat cunt. And if you're wrong, I'm
If
gonna
you're
call you a
wrong, do I
stupid
get to
fat
punch
cunt.
you in
But
the
if you're
face?
right, no, I said if you're right, I'm still gonna call you a stupid fat cunt. But also that I might have possibly been wrong.
You should kill yourself right now.
You should kill yourself. You bring nothing to this podcast. Anyway,
I'm glad
so-
this is where every argument goes in this podcast. It's
I'm
always
a
kill
functional
yourself.
member of society.
I also fuck you. What about it? Anyway,
Yeah, bitch. You
So,
you had no rebuttal to that.
fuck you.
I
can't
am
wait
the
till-
one who's not a functional member of society. I am the larcenist.
Yeah, I'm in college. I'm in college full time, asshole.
I'm in college too, motherfucker. I'm a sophomore.
But are you full time?
Yes, right
You
now
full
I am.
time, bitch. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so about fuck you, whatever. I'm still a functioning member of society too. The only other member who isn't is fucking Sab, and you decided not to mention him.
Yee.
So anyway, about college, I'm going for theatrics, obviously, if that wasn't made mentioned.
Yeah, I wanted to ask. I knew you're
Um,
going for theatrics. So how'd you end up doing the medical stuff with the EMS guys?
So on the first day, so I have 2 acting classes right now, both by the same teacher. It's acting 1 and then theater appreciation. Theater appreciation's in a completely different room. So we went in, and on the whiteboard, he was like EMS callback, whatever.
Wait,
And
I
so
think
the
I've
next
heard of that
couple of
class
days, I was
before.
like, hey,
Isn't
so
theater appreciation you just watch movies?
no, that's what it is in high school and what it is at our old high school because it's dog shit. But what it actually is here's a stage, here's how you work. It turns you to the techie position. It shows you how the inner workings. So it's like, here's a stage. Here's how you do this part of a stage. Here's what this part is called. Here's what it's called when you do this. Here's how you take care of this. Here's how you perform this, and all that shit. It's the technical side of acting.
Mm.
But in our high school, because our high school is dog shit and run by crackheads and hillbillies, It's you watch this movie, congratulations, you get an A.
That sounds like a really easy class. I didn't even know we actually had that class in our high school.
Yeah, it's dog spit in high school. In college, it's an actual class. Like
Is
it's
it
an actual
part of
class. It's not a student.
is that class part of the academy for our high school? I'm not going to say the acronym or anything.
The academy? Here, hold on. DM me what
The
the fuck you're talking about.
art academy.
I don't think so. Might be. I have
I
no
don't know.
idea.
I just assumed since it was like associated with a fine art crap, I assumed it might have been. Because I think
Anyway,
like
so anyway,
because I knew like your theater stuff wasn't it?
yeah, it was.
Yeah, I thought so.
I never got my plaque for being a thespian, by the way. The
Huh.
fucking acting teacher still hasn't given it to me after over a year because he just never ordered it because he's a lazy bitch. Makes me very upset. He's spaghetti. Because I graduated with 3 other thespians and they both got their plaques. I didn't get mine.
Did you
Super
letter
fucking
for
annoyed.
being a thespian?
Do I what?
Did you letter for being in that?
What do you mean? Do I letter?
Well, I mean, like you getting like one of those like the Letterman letters.
No, I get a talus. You
Uh,
get a tassel.
hmm.
Yeah.
At least we get letters for our
Um.
OBC, I guess. And I got an academic one.
Yeah.
Nice.
So anyway, in college has been fun and whatnot. I'm friends with this like 43-year-old man. We'll call him John because that's his name.
Is he
But
in college or does he just hang around?
No, he's in college. He's in my class with me. He's in every class except for like one of them. But he's in like a bunch of my classes. He's a great dude though. He's in everything except for theater appreciation. But his name's John, spelled Jon,
Hmm.
and he kicks my shit in his desk constantly. But he's a cool dude. He's got like he was a Marine for a good couple of years. He's like he's a cool dude, but he gives off strong stoner vibes constantly. He rode
That
a
sounds like a
skateboard
very
in
fun
on the
person to be
first day of
around.
school. He's a great dude. He's playing Zeus in our upcoming performance. Of do you guys know Xanadu? Do you guys know what Xanadu is?
No.
No.
Okay, cool. Xanadu. Do you guys know what the Muses are? The Greek
Yes.
Muses.
I know the concept.
Okay. It's basically a muse comes down to Venice Beach, California, and helps a dude open up a roller rink barn.
Huh.
That's it.
It's great. Maybe we should get John on
So
the
that was fun. So
podcast.
we should get John on the podcast. I don't think John would do well on a podcast format. He's very scatterbrained, and I reiterate, very
Oh no.
stoner.
If we could do David Lubar, I think we'd love John.
Get David
We-
Lubar on again. Come on, we
I
got
don't know,
it.
like a 40-year-old stoner Marine.
Yeah, you know what? We can try. I can ask John if he wants to come on, but I doubt it.
Sure.
But I'll give him a fair guess. We'll see. We never got callback from any of the Alvin and the Chipmunks squads, so you know what? Maybe we might do John.
We saw
So
the
yeah,
Starbucks podcast have been involved by like a lot of bot accounts. The Starbucks Instagram.
yeah, of course. Let's go get all of them to come be on an episode. Let's get a bunch of Indian call centers to be on an episode.
There is so many Indians.
Nice. So anyway, so for the performance of Xanadu, I was originally gonna be Zeus. So we did performances or whatever. I didn't get him. John did, which is fine. But I found out why I didn't get him, which is why I'm annoyed. I didn't get Zeus because she added. So this is a college in the year 2023.
Uh-huh.
So it's liberal as all shit, right?
Right.
The first day of school, or in my acting classes, they asked for pronouns, which is just annoying.
Ew,
Luckily,
pronouns.
everyone
Get out
was
of here,
normal.
liberal.
Luckily, everyone was normal except for one really fat blue-haired girl, as you could have expected. She looked like Mike Wazowski. She was a they-them lesbian, which is not a thing.
That is not a thing.
Anyway,
What the fuck?
you can't be a they-them,
If you
which is already fucking stupid, and a lesbian.
Oh yeah. Well, on this topic, someone brought up this on like, because on Friday I was with a couple of guys and we had to stay behind it at school and went to like the courts, whatever, for color guard practice.
yeah.
I think I was there with one of the guys you might know. You might. No, wait, no. He's new actually. Never mind.
Okay, cool.
I thought he
Glad
might have
we
been
could
a
talk about
theater
this.
kid. He wasn't. He was from a different school, whatever. But
Okay.
so someone raised a concern that, like, what is the thing in a transgender like relationship? Is like, if it's a trans woman and you date it, is it straight or
It's gay. It's always gay no matter what.
okay? I don't know why I
Always
asked you
gay.
though. You are a not the
Always
best person to
gay.
ask on that.
I play D&D with a trans person. I still think they're gross. And also, I'd like to mention this because I found this out the other day, which is really funny. I thought it was really funny. The
Hmm?
only person in that entire like 200-person Discord server that plays D&D, the only person who has been confirmed as a groomer was the trans. Not saying it's perfectly in line, but just saying, mighty convenient. Motherfuckers get grooming.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
Trans people don't
all that shit
exist.
aside,
They're all lies.
they're fucking made up by the government. They're a psyop. They always have been. They're preying
Trans
on the
people are
mentally
psyops.
ill.
Don't quote that.
Trans people are psyops by the government to prey on the mentally ill. Anyway, so liberal ass theater, fine. That's expected with theater. So there's a girl who auditioned to be part of the show. She has cerebral palsy and cannot stand.
Oh no.
I was originally given a position called Apollo, which is a god. She
Mm.
was given whatever his sister is in mythology, I forget.
Oh,
Neither of those characters actually exist. They are written in solely so she can stand there and be part of the play in heavy quotation marks. I was given no speaking role at all due to
bruh.
this fact. However, after the first day of auditions, or after the first day of read throughs, a dude called out who was supposed to be Cyclops, which is in the exact same scene. So now I get to be
Cyclops
Cyclops,
from
who
the
has like three
X-Men.
lines. Pretty much, he gets like 3 lines and one singing line, and then he gets to work heavy prosthetics. And I'm like, all right, cool, I can live with this. But I was so annoyed to find out that I had lost all parts in a play because I quite literally a sentient crutch to this girl for the entirety of the show. She seems nice. It's nothing against her, but
Mhm.
like that's such a dick move.
Yeah.
Like
That is a dick
I've
move.
literally been put on stage as a sentient like now it's not as annoying because I have an actual role, but like I was so pissed off. I'm like, you're gonna snooter me for an entire play to be a sentient prop because you wanted to put a girl with cerebral palsy in for, and she said it specifically for diversity purposes. I
Oh,
was like, that's such bullshit. Luckily, it's not as annoying anymore. It's fine now, but I was so pissed off at first. I was like, I'm bastardized because you wanted to bring her on stage.
Yeah, and they were using the play to fit them, not them to fit the play,
yeah.
Exactly.
which
I was
is
so pissed off. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine now because I'm still gonna have to do the same thing. I'm still gonna have to be a fucking living crutch for this woman. Which again, the lady's fine. She's a nice person. I have her in one of my classes. She's a fine person. But it's super annoying. Like, do you guys? Am I being a dick about this, or do you guys get where I'm coming from? Of
that's
like,
reasonable. It's reasonable.
No, it's
okay,
reasonable.
I'm glad to
Like
know.
they're just using her just to basically be like, oh look, we can be inclusive.
It's forced diversity.
That's exactly what
That's
it
not.
is.
It's forced
That's
diversity.
exactly what it is. And I was like, look, I don't give a shit that she's in the performance, and I don't give a shit that I had to babysit her. But the fact that you're removing me from positions that you were like you would be perfect for, and I was told after I'm still perfect for. It's because I'm doing this that I'm not this. And I was like, what the fuck? That's so annoying.
Hopefully, it's the only time this happens.
It's whatever. It's fine. She weighs like 100 pounds sopping wet, so I could fucking throw her over my shoulder and whip her ass around or whatever. It doesn't matter. But I was so
That's what you
fucking
should do.
annoyed. I should.
Just toss
And the
her to the
last
crowd
show of the night,
Yeah.
at the
the
very
last
end.
show of the last show, grab her by the ankle and start whipping her around.
Yeah,
Fucking the
but
whole.
like what you did when you just destroyed the set at the one of your high school plays.
That was a great. Yeah, well, that was planned, but that was fun.
Yeah.
I did that on both plays actually. I did the first, so I did 2 plays. I did one called Virgil's Wedding, which is on YouTube, and then I did another one called Doctor Evil and the Basket of Kittens. Doctor Evil and the Basket of Kittens. There's a scene where I fall off a chair
Yeah, but
and
you're
like
also a
because there's a
fat
bomb.
bastard.
Yeah, but it's supposed. I'm a Scottish warlord or whatever, and I was supposed to fall off the chair and be like super scared. So I practiced it for the whole time to like stunt fall off. Comes the night of performance, and we're using different chairs. And I'm like, well, fuck it. I still have already practiced this. So I go to do the stunt fall, and the chair snaps because of how I jump off of it. Chair's broken.
Mm.
Next show, I have the same chair duct taped back together. Broke the chair again, obviously. Also broke the table because I hit the table on my way down. I kicked it. Third show, table chair fall again. Then the death ray that was on top of the table also falls down. But luckily it didn't completely break. Put that back on, it was fine. Oh, it was super funny. Anyway, for Virgil's wedding, at the very end of the last show, we had convinced the art director that we made an arch out of like a white plastic picket fence and 2x4s. And we were like, it's really shitty made and it'll break no matter what at some point. So we said it would be funny if I got shot. So one of the jokes beforehand was me and the other dad. So the other dad had a job to like protect all the chairs. He's like, the lady was like, if he touches a chair, make sure you yell at him and make sure no one touches the chair no matter what. And that was like on in the play. And I was like, what if it would be funny if at the end of the show I fuck with a chair and he shoves me into the pavilion, it shatters behind me. So I'm a big guy and I'm gonna jump into it. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever. I was so sad because it worked perfectly. The show ends and everyone was we'd already told everyone to fuck off and split the Red Seas so that we could jump and do the skit. We didn't notice them because we were doing the skit. So I was pushing a chair around, moving it so I could dance, and he's like, "You put that chair back," and he like fucking shoulder bashed me into it, and it broke. You couldn't see it from the audience because everyone was standing in front of them. I was like, "You fucking assholes!" We had this whole funny bit planned, and if you watch the YouTube video, all you see is my head disappear, and then the very top of the pavilion just fall over in a crack noise. Oh, I was so disappointed. That was so funny. That was
Hell.
such a good show. That was the only good part about having a small, shitty,
Oh yeah,
rinky-dink
I remember you said you came
theatrical.
back for the Cedar Kids earlier this year, right?
Oh yeah, I came back to their show. So I talked about this briefly. I talked about this already, remember? Because this was when I slept outside of Clone's house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was that whole endeavor. That sucked. They have another play hopefully going on
I
in
I
the
I haven't heard anything about it. Then
I'm gonna
again, I
go.
don't listen to a lot of it.
That's fair. I'm gonna go see it again. It's gonna be terrible again. I hope not. I really hope not. But it's going to be. Anyway, yeah, that was a good deal of fun. So anyway, hopefully I have actual lines. I'm still failing in classes because I have no money because I haven't gotten my FAFSA yet, and I won't get it for another week and a half or so. So I have no money. I get money. I get my last paycheck from when I worked at the Monkey for the Monkey.
Blue Monkey.
I get that.
Monkey.
I get that next Friday, and that's like $150, and that's all I'll have until like halfway through February.
Yeah.
They
So if
should have given
you're
you
listening,
I
if you're
because I already
listening
got
to
my
this right
password.
now,
So
did you? But it's because it's my first time getting FAFSA because it's my first semester in person. So they
any
said
job
it's an extra
opportunities?
30-day wait. For what? What
Any
happened?
job opportunities up there yet?
I've applied to a bunch of different places. I went to go work at a fucking Applebee's as a dishwasher, and then they were like, "Yeah, we'll call you back to let you know if you got it or not." A week
They never
passes.
did.
I've called them for 5 days straight trying to get an answer. I just go in person and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, you didn't get the job. You should have assumed because we didn't call you." I'm like, "You fucking cunts! That's the worst piece of shit job." So anyway, I'm pissed off at Applebee's. I'm never going back now. I get very spiteful with these kinds of things.
Applebee's is a mediocre restaurant. Maybe it's best you just don't
It's
go anyway.
fine. It's fine. Luckily, we have this nice little Chinese buffet next to the college, and it's $11 for all you can eat. It's so good too. So that's kind of my I'm starving to death. Let me spend $11 to be completely nourished for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
there you go. There's college kid life.
there's college kid life.
My college
Luckily, I
kid
can
life
still
isn't that fucking
hopefully
hard.
edit episodes. Luckily, I can still probably edit episodes despite all of my college limitations, and hopefully, I can get actual Wi-Fi by the next time we do an episode.
I wonder if there's like a college gym you
But
could subscribe to and pick back up where you did with high school.
for what? Do what?
I know how like you were almost like a gym kid, like you did a lot of lift weighting.
Oh, yeah. So here's the thing. So they had a pool at the college and they had a gym. Both of them are being shut down and bulldozed. Well, the gym's being bulldozed. They're filling the pool in with concrete because they're
Why?
making more because they're making more medical centers for the medical students. I was
Ew.
so fucking. I would be absolutely livid if it wasn't for the fact that there was a small pool at my dorms. There was no
Yeah.
pool at my dorms. Also, later tonight at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, there's apparently a music video. Hold on, I'll post the picture in photo ideas. Um, I'll probably, Lordy, I'll probably have to censor some things on it.
Yeah, probably.
But there's
Uh,
there's a pool party going on for a music video at 8 p.m. tonight, and I'm gonna go there, seeing how that plays out.
it's
I hope it goes.
BYOB.
I think it should. It's BYOB. Bring your own bitches.
Yep. You can't. You
Yep.
can't.
Yeah. Did I
You'll
tell
have
you
a
guys about
purchase
the fact
to
that I stole
bring.
Gabo's mini fridge? Wait, have I told you guys about the mini fridge that I stole from Gabo?
You haven't told the story, but I knew it happened. I've heard that it happened.
Hold on. Let me try and get out of my closet real quick. I'm gonna toss you guys on the bed. Make entertainment while I scuttle my way out of this closet.
Okay. I fucking thought you were gonna start sporadically screaming, but no, it's just a moan.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to mention I can still hear you. Please be funny.
Yeah.
Um,
I went in my attic the other day and I pulled out this really cool anatomy book. And the first page has this cool
Does it talk about
picture
the
of a.
penis?
It does have penis. I will send a picture of the penis. But the first page is this funny picture of a skeleton. Look like he's thinking.
you thinking?
I'm
You
sending the
thinking?
photo now.
Okay.
Why are you doing this like I can put in why are you doing this like I can put a picture of a penis in an episode?
Bro, half that podcast, I'm gonna be honest, I can't hear you.
Let me
Like,
go find the penis.
Wait, what?
it's so bad the quality for me, I can barely hear you.
Sab, is this true? Is this the same for you?
It is not good audio quality.
It is not good audio quality, homie.
Look, it's all I can do, guys. I have nothing better to do. I'm talking to my phone.
Get a pair of get something with a mic on it so you can put it into the phone.
Am I still cutting in? Am I cutting in or out, or does it just sound bad?
It just sounds bad.
Sounds bad.
You're maintaining a connection. We can hear what you're saying. It just doesn't sound good. It's
Mm-hmm.
not pleasing to
I
the
can live with
ears.
that.
I
I
can
can live
barely
with
hear what
that.
he's saying half the time.
Anyway, I stole Gabo's mini fridge and filled it with a bunch of random shit.
That's
Anyway,
one
you
does.
guys got anything? Anything more to talk about? Or are we ending this episode of Hit Podcast
Hold
by
on,
the Surface
I'm
Podcast?
trying to find a dick pic in the anatomy book. That's a
Damn, bro.
baby.
Imagine sending a woman a dick pic, but it's
Oh,
from an anatomy book.
here it is. Which one do you want? Left or right?
What do you mean? Which one? Both.
I'll give you right. The right looks way funkier.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Hope you're ready for this. I
Mhm.
don't know if you can put this on the episode.
All right,
Maybe.
ready? I'll put it in 3, 2.
Jesus Christ, no, you
1.
can't. Holy shit.
I feel like I can put that. I'm gonna put that on the episode. I don't care. It's fine. Anyway, any closing remarks?
Bing da bong, bing da dong.
Bing da bing, ding ding da dong. Great. When do you guys think we can do a VR episode next? I think we should do that one next.
I mean,
I mean, I can't. I don't have my thing, but I could probably hook up a computer somewhere and hide.
You
I
don't have
don't
your
have
VR headset with
either
you?
of that, so it would have to be you two.
I didn't bring. No, I didn't. Why would I bring my fucking? Why would I bring my VR headset to college?
Because you're bored?
You think I trust the You think I trust the people who live here?
Buy a
No.
padlock.
I have a
But
lock on my door.
then
Buy a comically large lock.
But what if they have a comically large lockpick?
Well, then it's game over.
You're
game
right.
over,
You're right.
man.
Anyway,
Game over, man.
anyway, I'm hoping.
It's
This is
game
assuming
over,
that I can
man.
get
Game
Wi-Fi.
over.
Game over, man. I'm assuming, of course, that I get Wi-Fi before then, but I think that would be nice. Also, I'll ask John if he wants to be part of the podcast. I guess
Yeah, we get John on.
let's get our boy. Can we get some love for John in the comments? Just hashtag John love, JON. That's all we're asking for here. Little
Jail.
John love.
So,
Can't
next
spell
page, you never really
JON.
commented on the dick pic.
I did. I said I can put it in the episode. I like it.
You did. All right.
I guess that's it, gentlemen.
Yep.
Any final closing remarks? Final closing remarks? Oh, here's my final closing remarks. Bagel bites are awful. I bought them for the first time ever after moving out into college, and they suck. I was horribly disappointed. My days of is ruined, and my disappointment is immeasurable. Goodbye.